Hey everybody, it's Dr. Brian Prax, and this is part 2 of the disc. And the topic of today is, you're not going to crack me, are you? I hear that all the time as a chiropractor, and the reality is, when people say we're not going to crack me, they're thinking cracking my bones, fracturing my back, cracking the neck. Things you see in the movies where the bad guy comes up and rips on somebody's neck and then the guy clumps over and dies. No, we're not going to do that. In fact, chiropractors aren't trained how to crack and kill people. That's actually the opposite of what we do. But really the strategy is to mobilize the joints. Now, I don't know if you know this, but we do vertebral column, we do vertebrae, we do ankles, knees, hips, fingers, elbows. We can help to align or mobilize any and all joints, well, almost any and all joints of the body. There's some in the inner ear we have a hard time getting to. But the focus today is the spine itself. Joint mobilization, get it moving. So here we are looking at somebody facing that way. We got the vertebrae of the neck, 7 of them. We got the purple ones, the vertebrae of the middle back, the thoracic spine with all those ribs hanging off of those, 12 of those. We've got the yellow ones down here, the vertebrae of the lumbar spine, the lower back. We got 5 of those. And then we got our sacrum down below. That's like below where your belt line is. And then way down there in the lavender, we got your coccyx, your tailbone. What I'm going to do is talk about, since this is the topic of the disc, is we're going to go ahead and extract these down here, L5 and L4. Wow, we're going to pull those out and take a look at that. We got a vertebra, a vertebra. What's really cool is the vertebra, look carefully, they actually have holes inside of them. That's actually where arteries go in and veins come out. Literally the bones in all of the body have an arterial and a venous supply and drainage from them. But what's interesting is that the disc does not. It does not. It's kind of like cartilage on the nose. It does not have a direct blood supply, but it must get oxygen, glucose, must get the good stuff in, and it's got to get the bad stuff out. So if we imagine taking the top of the vertebra above and the bottom of the vertebra below, maybe I said that backwards, but anyway, the one side of one vertebra, one side of the other vertebra, in between is going to be the disc. And what's really cool, and I talked about this in the last video, is imbibition, the pumping action that occurs from normal movement of the joints. Now through injury, through trauma, through other reasons, what can happen is the disc segment, or the vertebral segment, which is vertebra, and disc, becomes locked in and stuck, and it doesn't move well. So yes, some chiropractors use cracking adjustments. We like to call those manual adjustments, but you don't have to be cracked. There's an awesome technique out there. We use it. It's called the arthrostim. It's a tool like this. Yeah, that probably looks a little scary too, but don't worry. It uses little vibrations. Tap, 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 tap. These little vibrations are applied right into the stuck segment. It feels really good as we get this thing moving. Let me just plug it in here. This is called the arthrostim, and it feels really good as you get it moving. You put it right on the vertebral segment, and you can hear that. Nice and easy. Grandma can handle that. Grandpa can handle that. Baby can handle that. It's nice and easy and gentle. I can use this technique on patients with rods in their back, scoliosis, osteoporosis. Because we're not cracking anyone, because we're not popping anyone, we don't have to worry about doing any harm whatsoever, but we can definitely get that joint moving again. Get the joint moving again, allows the vertebral imbibition to occur, and we can begin to restore life back into the disc. So that's part 2. Part 3 is going to go over the tight muscles and the strategy we use for that, called trigenics. Up next.